In this tutorial, I introduce WordPress plugins, including the basics of how to install, activate, delete, and configure them. At the time of this recording, there were well over 33,000 different plugins in the WordPress plugins directory. So this will only cover the basics of how to get started with this perhaps most exciting aspect of building WordPress websites. Once you learn your way around WordPress, most of your time working in the dashboard will be finding and configuring your plugins and themes. So luckily, working with plugins is very similar to working with WordPress themes. They have their own section in the WordPress dashboard, and it's very easy to use this tool to search, install, and activate them. So here I have opened the plugins section. Notice this is below the appearance section. At the time of this recording, WordPress 4.0 came installed with a series of existing plugins that are already on your system. You just need to activate them. These included Akismet All-in-One WP Migration, All-in-One SEO Pack, Contact Form 7, Google Analytics for WordPress, Google XML Sitemaps, Hello Dolly, Jetpack for WordPress, Simple Tags, WP Mail, WP Touch Mobile Plugin. There may be others, or some of these may be missing with your installation of WordPress. To activate these plugins, simply click on the Activate link right here. For this particular plugin, you'll need to activate your account by clicking on the link there. I'm not going to do that here. But for many of them, all you need to do to activate them is just click on the Activate link, and that will go ahead and activate it. You can then deactivate it. You can also delete one by clicking on the Delete key. I'm going to delete the Hello Dolly. Kind of a silly, frivolous one, so I'm just going to delete it and say yes, delete these files. So that's how you activate and delete these plugins. You can also go in and edit the plugins here. This is editing the PHP. Sometimes you can also edit the CSS. Let's go ahead and activate All-in-One SEO Pack, and you'll see that once you activate it, the better plugins usually have a section in the dashboard where you can then learn about that plugin and also learn how to configure it. Notice that All-in-One SEO has quite a few settings here. So this is really the key of working with WordPress, is finding the plugins that you want, installing them, activating them, and then most of the work is in configuring them so that they work on your website the way you need them to. So notice that this one is very, very involved and might take several weeks to really learn all the different settings here. Now, just like you can for themes, you can also search this huge plugin library for additional plugins. So simply go to the Add New section of the plugins dashboard, and then notice that there is a Featured, Popular, and Favorites. I'm going to review how to find and install two of my favorite widgets that I'll cover in more detail in another tutorial on how to configure them. But I'm going to go ahead and search plugins for the first one, Display Widgets. This one will let you display your widgets on individual pages. Right now, the way your widgets are set up is they're going to show on all pages, and oftentimes you'll want to display your widgets only on some pages. So there's the Display Widgets plugin. You can get more details about the plugin. There's a short description. I'm going to click on Install Now. Click on Yes to make sure I want to install it. Then activate the plugin. And notice this is now installed here. Display Widgets in my plugins area. Now to get this working, we'll actually go to the Widgets area. And from a previous tutorial, I installed a calendar in the content sidebar of this theme. That'll put the calendar on the right-hand side of every page of my website. So let's go ahead and visit the site. Now the key here is I don't probably want that calendar on every single page. In fact, all my widgets are on all the pages, and I have no control over when and where they show up. So that's what that plugin will do. The plugin will let me choose which pages this widget will appear. It's a very easy to use, well-designed plugin. So we'll go to our widgets area, and we'll go to the content sidebar, open up the calendar, and you'll notice immediately that there is another drop-down where I can choose which pages to exclude this theme. So there are all my pages, home page, page 2. Let's exclude it from all pages except the home page, and then save. Go back and visit the pages and notice that all the other pages, the calendar, is now gone. It's only on the home page because I basically deleted it from the others. So that's a very nice plugin that will let you choose very easily which pages, which widgets will go. So notice that, for example, on my categories, I haven't gone in and excluded that from any pages, but that would be very easy to do simply by going to the widgets area and go to the primary sidebar, click on categories, and then choose which pages to hide that content. Very easy, very nice plugin. So that gives you kind of an overview of how useful and really indispensable these plugins are. So let's go back and install one more plugin that I'm going to review in a future tutorial how to configure it. But this is a good one that is not only useful, but we'll take some time configuring it so I can demonstrate how to do that. And the plugin that I want you to add is called Akeeba Backup. And we'll search for that. Kind of a weird spelling. Akeeba Backup Core for WordPress. Click on Install Now. This is one of my favorite all-time plugins for WordPress. It's going to allow us to back up our website as well as restore the website. So this one's quite a bit more involved. So we're going to activate the plugin, and then in another tutorial, I'll demonstrate how to configure the plugin. Notice that it has its own dashboard area over here, how to configure it, how to then use it to back up your site, and then most importantly, how to use this plugin to restore your website to a different location so you can test that your backup is working. So you can see this is quite involved plugin. Many sections and portions of it. So this might take you several weeks to learn, but I'll be reviewing again how to use this plugin in a separate video tutorial.